I don't know how many times people in Congress on both sides of the aisle or even in his administration have warned him, if he keeps trying to do this, he's still going to get in deeper trouble. I mean, we all saw what happened when Nixon pulled this off, and it did not go well for him.
Right. I was just saying this last night. If Trump were Nixon, if this was like reversed, he would have resigned already because he's way past all that point. But he just has no shame. This man has zero shame. He feels entitled to keep stealing from us and keep breaking the law. In fact, today he said, this is what really got me.
This is one thing. Trump, to borrow from John Oliver, Trump is dumb Nixon. Like,
right.
This is dumb Watergate. Trump is dumb Nixon.
Yeah.
Like, he's Richard Nixon without the brain power. That's what we have here. He's stupidly malevolent evil.
But let me read what he said today because this just slayed me. I in fact got so angry about this, and I told myself, what do we do? The Democrats have the House. Calm down. So even as Trump today, he was talking about, I'm going to work with Democrats, and then he started playing, big man on campus like he likes to do, and he said he took a warlike posture. If the Democrats control the House investigations and they put investigations in his administration, they can play that game, he said, but we can play it better. Well,
I saw that.
Trump,
I mean, I could not believe that.
I mean, I wanted someone. Is anyone going to tell this man?
Say it now?
Is anyone going to tell him what Congress does and what he's supposed to be doing there in the executive branch?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he kept.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. He kept saying, like, the Democrats kept trying to do everything with him in a bipartisan way, like, with the health care and with the issue with the Dreamers, and Trump came close to backing a bipartisan bill for Dreamers, but then he did a complete 180 and went with all the anti-immigrant policies of the far-right Republicans and all that crap, and I could not stand that. And then, of course, we had the infamous, wait, am I allowed to swear on this?
Go for it. Tonight's the night. We're doing it.
Yeah.
All right. And then we had... And then, of course, we had the big controversy where he reportedly called all of the black populated countries shitholes.
I mean, this is the thing with, like, can we swear? And then we're quoting our own president. That's another thing that really gets me. No one realizes I have to ask if I can quote my own president because he swears so much that he is actually the person, quoting him is a not safe for work moment. So
I gotta put this out there.
Please do correct
it's driving me crazy.
I know it drove me crazy.
It's eating me up inside.
Okay, go for it.
The executive branch does not have investigative powers.
Right.
So when Donald Trump says he's going to investigate the Democrats, if they investigate him, who is he going to hire to do this? Columbo?
Right.
The executive branch of the United States government does not have investigative powers. That's not the way.
No, they don't.
Yeah, right. But what he's going to do, he's going to get an attorney general in there who will do this for him. Mark my words, because this goalpost just keeps on moving.
But the attorney general cannot do it.
But he will try.
But you can't do it.
He will, though. He will try.
But I know. He is going to try. No bones about it. Look at the guy he picked, Matthew Whitaker.
Yeah, exactly.
He flat out criticized the whole Russia investigation. He wrote this whole big CNN op-ed about what he would do if he was an acting attorney general, that he would move to starve it of funds or ultimately shut down altogether.
Yeah, that was basically his job interview.
Yeah, I think that's where this is going. They're going to cut funding.
Yeah, they're going to defund it.
He's afraid to fire Mueller. He knows that if he fires Mueller, he's going to be impeached. The impeachment investigation is going to start. So he's going to defund it. He's going to put this guy in here to basically strangle the investigation.
Yeah,
so that they don't have the parameters and the resources to do their jobs. But we lost our other caller on the line.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The person
I'm
didn't
sorry.
want to wait.
You didn't want to wait for us all this time.
Let me run our phone number. We have about 11 minutes left. Call-in number is 516-418-5650. We have a spot open. Good seats still available.
Right. Unlike That's another thing. Just this has been driving me nuts, and this is totally off topic, but why not while we wrap this up? The Trump rallies that he did every single night leading up to this election. They covered it like there were 80 million people there. They took all the photos from a certain angle so that it looked like there were so many people there. And it turns out that it drove me nuts because people don't realize that. Like, I'm looking at all these photos, and then I even asked, why do these photos look like this? And then the local reporter takes pictures and shows, like, the empty sides of the thing, because why? Because Trump doesn't give access to people. This is why the mainstream media will only show you this stuff. And I know these guys are busting their ass to do their job, so I'm not trying to make it worse for them, but it does really bother me that access journalism and access with this White House means he has dictated the angles that the photos can be taken from.
That. The White House controls where you're allowed to shoot. When we go to these events, where we're allowed to go, when we can move. The White House sets all the rules when you go to one of these presidential events, partially out for security purposes.
But not with Trump. It's not the same as it was under Obama at all. Now it's not. Obama never said you can only take my picture from this angle. They never had to worry about that because he always brought real people and real crowds.
We were allowed to move around and talk to people during the Obama
Right, but under Trump, you're not allowed to speak to people.
Obama was like one of those rare presidents where he always tried to bring everybody together, especially on both sides of the aisle. He tried to do that in the House and eventually in the Senate when the Republicans got the Senate there, but they were like, no way. And then, of course, we got the whole Merrick Garland debacle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't even talk about that. It's still PTSD for me. I'm still angry. Still angry.
Me too.
It has been so good talking to you, and I'm so glad you called in. You really articulated the feelings that I had so well. So, and I'm glad that you saw it that way too. And we just got to keep hanging in there because we just keep plugging away every election.
1/3 of the way home.
Yep. That's right.
1/3 of the way.
Yeah,
1/3 of the way there.
And I know we're going to keep doing it.
I like your attitude.
So
it was good talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
You too.
Okay, we have nobody in line to call and talk to us.
Sorry for the person who was waiting.
We have a moment to sit there and actually talk to each other.
Well, that's fun.
I hope that was not sarcasm.
No, I was.
You have to talk to me all day long.
Yeah. Listen, I want to read what Lawrence Tribe wrote tonight about what Donald Trump did today. And I have also released myself from I'm no longer calling him President Trump because I don't have to anymore. I did it for 2 years and I'm done.
Predator Trump.
Loser Trump. The Vacancy Reform Act bars Trump's installation of the unconfirmed Matt Whitaker to act as Attorney General to control Robert Mueller unless Sessions truly, quote, resigned, quote, rather than being fired. A federal district court could be asked to see through the ruse and hold he was fired. In addition, putting a mere staffer in the role of Attorney General, not to meet a temporary emergency, but to oversee a special counsel's ongoing probe of Russia's attack on our presidential election is inconsistent with the Appointments Clause of Act 2 of the Constitution. And that is why our previous caller mentioned the constitutional crisis, because this is where we're at right now on top of the firing. And there are people who are trying to claim that he didn't fire Sessions, but we have in the letter that that he was asked to resign, and we know Sessions was told by Chief of Staff Kelly that he had to get out today.
Well, let's face it. This is only a question of was Jeff Sessions pushed or did he jump?
Right.
We have his own letter saying that he was pushed, and we know from Trump's own words.
Yeah, he's been attacking him for a year.
Trump has been saying he would fire him.
Yeah.
Trump saying he should have never given him the job.
Yeah.
So this just like the Lester Holt interview and the James Comey firing doesn't hold up. And I think
you know what I'm tired of?
It hasn't happened yet, but I really suspect he's going to get sued.
I hope he gets sued, and I'm tired of the mainstream media and legal people, legal scholars repeatedly saying, as if this happened in a vacuum, we don't know that he fired him. Well, you know what? Put this in context. The man has lied I have two different counts of his lies. One from the Washington Post, which is at like 6,000 and something, and one from Daniel Dale at the Toronto Star, who's a little bit less than that. But they're both. I mean, this is just since he became president. It's outrageous. He has how much veracity? How much leeway should we give him when we're trying to figure out what is true? Zero.
Inverse.
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
Well, skepticism.
That's right.
There should
That's
be
right.
not even just you should play it neutral. You
No,
should treat
you're right.
every statement this man makes with skepticism.
You're right.
Treat it as it's not true until it's proven true.
Yeah, you're upsetting the dog. He's with you right there. He was trying to high five you because he completely agreed with you.
I kept putting my hand up and the dog just tried to high five me. Here you go, buddy. Okay.
He's like, why are you guys, why is anybody believing
this is
Trump?
the 5-minute warning. We have 5 minutes left in the show. You can call us. I mean, we have all these callers. Then everybody just goes, okay, we've had enough of you guys. You don't want to talk to us now. Our number is
They're leaving room for both.
Area code 516-418-5650.
You know what I'm excited about?
What do you think?
I just love, as I was talking about with our first caller, that it's going to be a woman who is leading this charge against Trump. And I'm telling you, Nancy Pelosi has his number.
Yeah.
She knows exactly what she's dealing with. That's why she ran this campaign the way she did, and she refused to get pulled in to his nonsense and his trolling. She just stayed on message with healthcare. A lot of criticism she got about that. A lot of criticism, but she was right.
I think the thing is, outside of the places where racism plays really well, specifically the red states and red districts, what you saw was that Democrats have figured Trump out. They have figured it out. You don't chase the insult. You don't chase the shiny object. You hit him at his weakness, which is issues, policy, caring about other human beings, and doing his job as president. Corruption, ethics. That they stuck in those areas and they just totally drilled it.
And I have a problem with people. A lot of you're getting a lot of like comments about how Hillary Clinton ran her campaign and saying she didn't talk about policy and she tried to, hold Trump accountable. I think that's baloney.
She talked about policy
She talked
every
about
day.
Yeah, exactly. She talked about it every day. You can't blame her for, and that's another way that this blame gets shifted, where we blame the people who weren't able to contain Trump. Well, guess what? It looks like nobody in his life has ever been able to contain him. Zero people.
The interesting thing about the Hillary didn't talk enough about policy thing is, as writers here, we see this every day. I have a background in public policy.
All right.
I could write about public policy all day, every day. It would make me happy all day long. Guess what happens when I read about public policy?
Nobody reads it.
Yeah, just like when Hillary Clinton talked about policy. No one paid attention.
I always tell this because it's usually like the white male progressives telling me that she didn't talk about policy, and I'm like, actually, that's all she talked about. Yeah. And it's kind of why people tuned out to her, because she wasn't exciting like Trump was. Well, he was all personality and zero policy. I mean, the man doesn't know what policy is yet
human
today.
Competence.
He's completely incompetent, and he doesn't have, and his character is clearly not up to, he should be nowhere near the White House.
But are you heartened to see that people have seen through this jet session firing for what it really is?
Yeah, I mean,
panic, knee-jerk reaction to losing the election.
It's very clear what it is, and he's been lying about this election, saying he didn't lose anything. What he is a one-trick pony, and his act is up, and that's what has happened here. Because now that he's in the White House, the people who voted for him did expect results. I've had Trump supporters ask me, where are the coal jobs? Where is this? Where is that? Well, of course it's not here, because, anyone who could think through what he was promising saw right through that. But those people expect some results too. So he's whittled away even his hardcore supporters. Yeah. And he doesn't have, he's a paper tiger. He's being propped up by his own propaganda like he always was. I highly doubt, that he would have made it into the White House without help from the Russians. I don't think he would have. No. So he shouldn't even be in that White House. He is
fake news.
He is literally fake news. Yeah. And he is, I'm teetering over there on the T word.
Not treasonous.
Yeah, he is. He's treasonous.
I'll say it if you're too nice.
I'm not too nice. I was just trying to be super careful. Did I really think that? And I do, actually. I think I can support this. Yeah. At this point, I think I can support that. So I think we're coming to the close of.
You got 55 seconds.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you everyone who called and everyone who's listening, and mostly thank you for all